àsìkò yìí mo fi rọ ọlọ́pàá ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ lórí àwọn ọmọ OPC wa tí wọ́n mú lórí kéèsì Ìbàràpá tí wọ́n fi sí ẹ̀wọ̀n. À ń bẹ̀ wọ́n a yìí ń rọ̀ wọ́n kí wọ́n bá wa fi wọ́n lẹ̀ ní kíákíá láàrin bíi ọ̀sẹ̀ kan kó tó di pé gbogbo ọmọ Yorùbá jáde fúnra nì lórí ẹ̀. mo wíra bí wíro. nígbà tí Fúlàní ń pààyàn tí àwọn ọmọ OPC lọ mú tí wọ́n mú fọlọ́pàá tí ọlọ́pàá ìpínlẹ̀ Ọ̀yọ́ àti ìjọba Nàìjíríà tí wọ́n tún wá fi wọ́n ságòdì sọ́yẹ́ kó rí bẹ́ẹ̀. ẹni kọ́ yẹ ká gbára wa lẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ wọn. ó ti tó gẹ́. ṣe rí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ àwọn security wa tá à ń wò yìí ọmọ Yorùbá ní gbogbo àwọn ọlọ́pàá wa àwọn náà ò rí ìbọn sí wa àwọn náà fẹ́ kú àwọn náà ò ní fẹ́ ká kú àwọn náà ò ní fẹ́ kú tó fẹ́ ká kú ní. èyí DSS ẹ̀rọ ọ̀mẹ́yẹ ṣe fẹ́ kú ní. tó bẹ́ẹ̀ ẹ̀ ní sọ bẹ́ẹ̀. ọmọ Yorùbá o ọmọ Yorùbá o orí yóò ní ìdàgbò ọmọ yóò ní báyìí o ìṣọ̀kan jíyàwó Ọlọ́run ò ní lé wa lọ́wọ́ ìṣọ̀kan náà lọ bẹ̀rẹ̀ Ọlọ́run ò ní lé wa lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀yà dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gómìnà wa Ọlọ́lá Oyètọ́lá èèyàn dáadáa ni gómìnà ìpínlẹ̀ fún èèyàn dáadáa ni nígbà yóò ní ìdàgbò òdìbò náà ní ọ̀wọ́lé sábà Ọlọ́run ẹ̀yà ọmọ Yorùbá o ẹ̀yà ìyá wa lọ́kàn ẹ̀yà lọ́lọ́ ìyá wa lọ́kàn kí abájíjọ ìyá wa lọ́kàn láwa Yorùbá yìí àwọn ọmọ méjì wọ́n yí ẹ̀yìn wọn lọ́wọ́ Olódùmarè ẹ̀ẹ́dì fúnpá rẹ̀ ní fúnpá ẹ̀mí Yorùbá ìyá yìí o Yorùbá nìyẹn lọ́tọ́ o Yorùbá nìyẹn lọ́tọ́ tí ọmọ ìjọba wa lọ àbẹ̀bí náà ni wọ́n o lórí bẹ́ẹ̀ ló kọjá èyí kí kí Olúwa wá. Ìyá lọ́tọ̀ tó bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ ìyá lọ́tọ̀ tó bá wa sọ̀rọ̀.
And coming back, ẹ jẹ́ ká dúpẹ́. Ó jẹ́ ká dúpẹ́. But one thing is, some of us, àwọn bàbá tá dárúkọ kọ̀ọ̀kan yìí, wọ́n fi àdúrà tì wá lẹ́yìn tí a fi lọ, tí a fi padà. Intermọ̀ ni, in tó wà confam ni. So tá bá ní bàbá wa Chief Sunday Igboho ní ká dúpẹ́. Wọ́n ní kí n dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa Fani Káyọ̀dé. Wọ́n ní kí n dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn. Mo mọ̀ pé àwọn Yorùbá tá bá ń gbọ́rọ̀ lọ ẹ̀ ń tẹ́tí ẹ̀ ń follow ẹ̀ because intellectual people ni wá. Wọ́n ní ẹni tó mọ̀rọ̀ sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ni tó ṣe fẹ́ gbọ́ ọ̀tọ̀. Ẹ gbọ́ mi yé dáadáa lálẹ́ yìí. Appreciation la mú wá lálẹ́ yìí. Tá bá ní àwọn kan là ń dárúkọ tá a dárúkọ àwọn míì kò ń ṣe pé a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn. Gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire àtẹni tó fẹ́ wa àtẹni tó fẹ́ wa òun là ń dúpẹ́ fún nítorí pé àwọn tí wọ́n ti fẹ́ wa yẹn wọ́n mọ̀ pé baseless talk ni wọ́n sọ pé kí Nàìjíríà kó má pín wọ́n mọ̀ yẹn wọ́n mọ̀ pé àfitílẹ̀ yìí bá pín la máa rọ́nà kọjá aṣẹ̀wọnú ilé yìí nísìn kò tí pé 2 hours I drive for more than 1 hour a ti rìnrìn àjò lórí pé kí ọ̀nà Yorùbá lè kọjá lọ. So tábáwá náà ń dúpẹ́ ká dúpẹ́ nítorí pé gbogbo àwọn ọlọ́pàá tẹ̀ ń rí tó wà ní checkpoint tó bá jẹ́ pé ìjọba bá ń tọ́jú wọn dáadáa ni wọn ò ní máa tẹ̀ náà wọ́n fẹ́ gbowó ànára àwọn tó wà ní checkpoint lálẹ́ yìí nínú òkùnkùn pẹ̀lú àtùpà kéékèèké tí wọ́n ń ṣe nǹkan pè ní checkpoint. So bàbá wa nínú mọ́tò tí mo jókòó tì wọ́n gbogbo bàtà bá kọjá lára àwọn ọlọ́pàá yẹn wọ́n ní kí n wò Koiki tí òun rí coordinator torí tí mò ń sọ pé àní wọn ò tọ́jú àwọn ọlọ́pàá wa dáadáa wọn ò tọ́jú wọn dáadáa gbogbo ibi tí mo dẹ̀ ń sọ yìí ìrìn àjò tá a rìn ẹlòmíì fẹ́ mọ ibi tá a rìn ibi ẹlòmíì nísìn ìbò gbogbo inú ilẹ̀ Yorùbá yìí náà ni ẹlòmíì tí fẹ́ mọ̀ pé bí ó máa dárúkọ bí tẹ́rìn ó ní láti mọ̀ yẹn ìwọ ò ní láti mọ̀ ìwọ fìyẹn sílẹ̀ fáwa but èmi lè sọ fún yín pé sẹ́ a ṣe rìnrìn àjò kan tá a ṣe padà wọnú ilé kò tí pé 2 hours after gbogbo wàhálà tá a ṣe lánàá ẹ wá ní ká má dúpẹ́ fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń fi àdúrà ràn wá lọ́wọ́ àtàwọn pásítọ̀ tó ń fa àdúrà ràn wá lọ́wọ́ àtàwọn ẹ̀fà àtàwọn imam àti gbogbo ọmọ káàárọ̀ jíire àtàwọn tó wà against wa but àwọn tó wà against wa bàbá ní kí n máa sọ fún yín o pé kẹ́ máa rántí gbogbo bí tá a gbà kọjá lálẹ́ kò sí iná kankan níbẹ̀ inú òkùnkùn ni wọ́n ń sùn inú òkùnkùn ní gbogbo bí tí a drive kọjá òun ni wọ́n ń sùn so tí wọ́n bá wá ń sọ pé ẹ má jẹ́ kí Nàìjíríà pín o ìbéèrè táwa ń bẹ̀ yín ni pé irú ọpẹ́ ò ní ká wá máa dá ṣé àwọn tó ń sùn nínú òkùnkùn ṣé wàá máa ṣàdúrà fún wa ṣá nígbà táwa bá ń sọ pé ká dá dúró. So when people say lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí a dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí ẹ̀ ń fi ẹ̀mí bá lọ. Once again, a very good evening and welcome to the late night broadcast. It's 3 minutes past 12 midnight. Ẹlòmíì ti wálé ti pẹ́ o. Ẹ mọ bí lè ṣe rí o. Ẹlòmíì ti wá sí ilé ó ti tójọ́ mẹ́ta. Ẹlòmíì dẹ̀ wá sí ilé inú city ló ń gbé o. But ibi táwa drive kọjá lénìí tí o bá ní àyà kódà a pàdé àwọn kan tí mọ́tò wọn ti dákú nígbà tá a jáde lọ ibi tí mọ́tò yẹn dákú sí chief ní tó bá máa fi di another 1 hour tí wọ́n bá move kúrò níbẹ̀ yẹn èèyàn kankan dẹ̀ ní dúró fún wọn tó bá máa fi di another 1 hour níbi tí mọ́tò yẹn dákú sí nǹkan ṣẹlẹ̀ àkọ́ tó gbọ́ pé wọ́n ti kidnap èèyàn kan tó bá tẹ̀ pa wọ́n. The question now is èèyàn mélòó ló ń lè ìjáde pé ìbẹ̀rù ní sí láyé tó bá ń rìn nílẹ̀ Yorùbá. So àwọn tó ní ìtagbédání na lie ìtagbédání kò lè work nítorí pé wọ́n mọ danger tó wà nílẹ̀ káàárọ̀ jíire. Tó bá mọ danger yẹn ni kò ń ṣe ìwọ tó ń gbé nínú Nàìjíríà lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ tí wọ́n náà wọ́n pè wà nínú danger but à ń sọ pé àwọn tó wà lẹ́yìn odi tí wọ́n mọ danger tó wà ní ìsàlẹ̀ o tó bẹ́ẹ̀ kó rin rírun táwa rìn yẹn tó bá ní ẹni tó bá jẹ́ tó jẹ́ tó ní ìgboyà àfi bí o tún wá gbé security tó security kódà àwa gan nígbà tá à ń rìnrìn yẹn ní alẹ́ yìí aláti beef up a little bit of conscious awareness ní máa pè é aláti wà àtàláàd nítorí pé gbogbo bí tá a gbà yẹn kódà wọ́n ní àwọn tí à ń sọ yìí tó ń pè ní Fúlàní terrorists wọ́n máa ń tágẹ́ẹ̀tì àwọn mọ́tò tó bá tẹ̀ jẹ́ security convoy and I am not joking. So àwa gan láti wà security conscious for the duration of driving past that road. I don't want to tell you the location. So téèyàn kan bá wá ní ká má dúpẹ́ kí ló dé tá à ní dúpẹ́ ṣé ẹ rò pé agbára mímọ̀ ṣe ti Sunday Igboho la fi ń ṣe tá à ń ṣe ni àbí agbára mímọ̀ ṣe Professor Banji Akintoye àbí gbogbo àwọn tó kù tó wà lábẹ́ wọn. Ẹlòmíì ò mọ the consequence of what Yoruba land looks like. So when they are talking, it is fine. It is good. Ẹni tó gbé mọ́tò tó dá tó ń rìn àtẹni tó gbé mọ́tò tó jẹ́ pé tó bá wọnú kòtò tí mọ́tò yẹn tó bá tètè gbé jáde ibẹ̀ ló máa há sí ó tún dijọ́ kejì. Ṣé irú àwọn tí a ní apàdé nísìn déńgé ọkùnrin bíi 6 ni wọ́n àmọ́ ẹ̀rù ti ń bà wọ́n náà pé táwọn bá pẹ́ díẹ̀ sí níbẹ̀ yẹn ṣèbí tí wọ́n tẹ̀ ṣe dá àtẹ̀ rescue wọn díẹ̀ a fi mọ́tò push wọn ìwé díẹ̀ débi tí wọ́n ti máa change alternator mọ́tò yẹn but nígbà tá a tún lọ àtúrà àwọn kan náà tí wọ́n fẹsẹ̀ rìn lọ ṣe rí èèyàn ọmọ káàárọ̀ òjíire there is a problem on the land, serious problem. Don't look at it. Má wò láti condition tí wọ́n fi ń tọ́jú àwọn tó wà nínú ilé tó jẹ́ àwọn family ẹ̀ àbẹ́ tó wà nínú ilé tó ń gbádùn ayé ẹ̀. Máa fi wo àwọn tí wọ́n ní kankan tí ìjọba ò lè rántí wọn. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí a kí gbogbo yín tí ẹ ti darapọ̀ mọ́ wa. A kí yín lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé ẹ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò. We have problem in the Yoruba land. Some of you have not even smelled those danger before. And now at our security movement, a lot to increase awareness while driving through those roads. And I'm not talking about yesterday. Ọ̀rọ̀ tèmi ni mo ṣe sọ fún yín. Ṣé rí àwọn tán ní ká sì fi Nàìjíríà sílẹ̀. Tá bá fi Nàìjíríà sílẹ̀ fún another 5 years. 5 years ni mo sọ. Tí ẹ bá lè sọ fún mi pé in that 5 years tá bá fi Nàìjíríà sílẹ̀ kò síyàn kankan tó máa lè rìn àlàáfíà lórí ilẹ̀ wa. When somebody like Chief Sunday Igboho with his security were more of security conscious driving through a particular road, that tells me that any other person, they are in a big problem. But because a lot of you don't see and don't smell it, so it is easy for somebody sitting somewhere to criticize. It's part of it. Ẹ lọ wo ìgbà tí UK fẹ́ jáde kúrò nínú EU, there were a lot of criticism. So it is part of it. But what I'm saying is, àwọn tó ń criticize yẹn, àwọn tó ń sọ pé ẹ mọ̀ ṣe, ẹ mọ̀ sọ, báyìí lẹ ṣe ń sọ, báyìí lẹ ṣe ń ṣe, wọ́n bí wọ́n dá kó drive through that road táwa gbà kọjá lálẹ́ kí ìbẹ̀rù Ọlọ́run kó má jáde lára wọn. But some of us might never experience it. Èmi gan tẹ́mi gan wà ní mọ́tò, I can feel that the problem is bigger than what we see when we sit down like this. Ẹ mọ̀ pé bíbá yìí nísìn iná wà Koiki look fresh. Ẹ wò pé mo look fresh. Àní ṣé àwọn tí mo rí tó ń rìn lórí títì tínú mi ò dùn sí pé ṣé bó ṣe jẹ́ kó ṣé let me give an example. Ǹjẹ́ wọ́n ríyàn tó rìn lórí M1? I've not lived in any other part of the world. UK lèmi gbé. But ǹjẹ́ wọ́n ríyàn tó máa rìn lórí A406 tó wá ń rìn lọ fún rẹ̀ nítorí pé kò sí mọ́tò tó fẹ́ gbé? If the system was working, every part of Yoruba land should have a transport system to move them from point A to B. And he said, the danger I saw today, you might not understand because you've never witnessed it before. So don't even argue it. You are talking about, you think I'm talking about from Lagos to Ibadan. I'm talking about driving through the in and out of the terrain of the rural area. And this was today, less than 2 hours ago. So some people don't even understand the consequence of what we are fighting for. They just think that, oh, we are Koiki ni another mission. Bóyá Chief Sunday Igboho ní another agenda. Bóyá Baba Professor Banji Akintoye have another agenda. The agenda we have is to rescue those women, men, young children walking. I don't know how many hours they would have to walk to get to the destination of where they were going. And some of us should be crying. But because you don't see it, so why should you cry? Why should you be bothered? Why does it have to pain you inside your chest. And he said, till Sunday Igboho, nígbà ṣe kọjá àwọn checkpoints yẹn, even though we were just driving past through some of those checkpoints, he has human touch for those police officers at that particular hours. Because he knows that they will not be paid. So it's good when we take a picture of a video of a policeman taking 100 naira. But if Nigeria was truly working, a policeman should not be seen collecting 100 naira, 200 naira and fighting. And you know some of those videos, we all laugh about it. But we have not talked about the problem. And some people will say it's leadership problem. No, the Fulani have a different agenda for every tribe. They have a different agenda. And what is that agenda? The agenda is to make us as much poverty, damage every structure that people like late Chief Obafemi Awolowo put in place. And every other person that is part of them now is only trying to make their own out of it, regardless of whether those young children I saw today walking from one side that I don't even know how long it's going to take them. Tó bá jẹ́ pé ru an extra space nínú mọ́tò ni, ó mú bàbá wa pé ká park ká kó wọn sínú mọ́tò yẹn, but it was not going to be possible. But some of you don't understand what it takes. 13 minutes past midnight. Mo kí gbogbo wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan sí pé a kí wa ní kíkí àlàáfíà. A kí wa ní kíkí pé we don't know the danger the Yorubas are in already. I don't want to swear, but I am telling you what I saw again today throughout the duration of that trip. I knew that if we don't rescue ourselves out of this contraction, some of us will continue to be slaves for the rest of the generation. And I'm not trying to make it, if it is something that I'm making up, let the judgment of Eledumare decide that. Let that judgment be decided by the Eledumare. There's nothing to be swearing. I swear, no. That's stupidity. But ki Eledumare go judge if I have had or tried to exaggerate what I'm saying. Bóyá mo fi kún so that kí lè bá rí sympathy àwọn tó ń wo broadcast. Àwọn tá ń sọ yìí, they haven't got time to watch me. They haven't got the time. Ṣé ẹni tó ń rìn lórí títì tí mo mọ bí tó fẹ́ rìn dé, we have time to sit down and watch me. But I'm talking about people that are fighting against the Yoruba nation standing on its own because they don't like the way we speak, they don't like the way we do it. But we give thanks that at least millions of people have faith in what we are doing. We don't have to get everybody. Yoruba is already in a big mess. The Yoruba land. Yoruba land is in a big mess. Extremely big mess. And if we don't end it now, if we don't stop it now, we have all failed as intellectuals watching me right now, thinking that you are smarter than me, I am smarter than you. We are quarreling, we are fighting. Those people that we need to rescue doesn't even have a clue what is going on. They don't have a clue. They are just waking up every day thinking that is the normal thing. I know it's not normal to see the young mother. I'm not talking about 1, 2, 3, 5 people. I'm talking about different people walking on a stretch of a road where they don't even have a hope at all. They think that is normal. But myself and you, we are fighting each other. We are trying to divert the real attention of the problem. You are looking at me as I am the case problem. If you call the problem, you think Koiki Media is the problem. You are literally pointing finger, thinking that Chief Sunday Igboho is the problem. Professor Banji Akintoye is the problem. All the Yorubas elite are the problem. Oh yes, because some of us wants to drag things back so that more people will suffer. Do you know when this is now I understand why the Oyibo people say we are the capital poverty of the world. If there's another word that can be used for that, I will want to use it tonight. And now and sorrow they will never in another 1,000 years, if we don't end it, watch what I'm talking about. They cannot listen to what I'm talking about. See opportunity of a transportation system on a stretch of a road, walking from one end. I don't even know how long it's going to take them to get to the next point. How will they understand what is happening to them? They cannot understand. But look at us, elites. You will start seeing them thinking this is about religion, thinking this is about politics. You think this is about politics? We are wasting time for every day because those people doesn't have a clue what is happening to them. They don't even have an idea what is going on. More than what you want loaded for, one loaded. Moto yeti kun, and I look at the whole vehicle, and I knew in my mind that vehicle will not take them to the next destination. Because my breakdown. I'm not talking about, some of you don't even understand the kind of road I'm talking about. The road is bad. A very good evening and welcome again. Lenkan say, Babawa Chief Sunday Igboho, appreciation to every single one of you. Let's leave Osun rally for now. Let's focus on the real danger. Osun was successful. There's no doubt about that. But those individuals that I've come across tonight, in this evening, if there's another word for suffering, I see somebody writing suffering. Please use another language for suffering. You can tell from the way they were dressed, abject poverty in the Yoruba land, where people like Chief Obafemi Awolowo fought everything to make sure that we will survive. We will survive it. Put all the structure in place. But now the Fulani and the Hausas control every section, and those supporting them, I don't understand why they think that that is the best option in terms of their own argument. Let us now think of how, when should we rescue ourselves out of this mess? There's religion in Cairo, there's religion in Saudi Arabia, there's religion in United Kingdom, but they are living a better life. I don't even know that some of you can feel. Not that I didn't have breakfast, but there's no point where you will have breakfast. By the time it was almost around what time we left the house, just about 3 o'clock. So the vehicle drove, and the moment we got to the nearest point to refuel the vehicle, money bami inside the petrol station, and I got the money off him, and I went in there, bought a snack. But my question now is, what about those that doesn't have the means for that 2,000 naira? And that 2,000 naira was not spent alone on myself. We bought a few things, but all I had was just half of even the snack, but it kept me going again. I had water in the vehicle. But my question now is, what I bought was 350 naira meat pie. But ìbéèrè tí mo ń bi yín nísìn ni pé ǹjẹ́ ẹlòmíì ní access 350 naira in their pocket? Yoruba, we must end this. We have already been kidnapped by the Hausa Fulani, and they know the game very well, more than myself and you. They know the tricks. They will do everything and throw it at us. Some of us are going to be bribed. I'm not sorry to say so. Some of us watching me now are going to be bribed. Whether you are a media person, is not the issue now. Some of you will be bribed to look for information that will favor the Hausa Fulani people as against the Yorubas. Some of you are ready to sacrifice the peanuts that you want to get. You want to build house, you want to buy car, you want to go to Europe. They will throw all that at you, and you are ready to sell out. There's real more than poverty in the Yoruba land. And I kept looking at Chief Sunday right inside the vehicle. I was sitting next to him. It's a privilege. Millions of you would love to do the same thing. It's just a privilege. Not that I am the best. Not that I am the bravest. It's just a privilege. And everything has time. So this journey, if people now start saying, thinking that it is because the two of us is why it's giving you headache, think about the old men and women in the farm. Kódà around farm tí wọ́n ti tán bàbá yẹn ti ṣiṣẹ́ rẹpẹtẹ. Chief wọ́n sọ fún mi pé coordinator àwọn tí màálù like láti máa jẹ nìyẹn o. Wọ́n like ẹ̀pà, wọ́n like kí ló tún sọ again. You know, a rí àwọn bí ẹ̀gẹ́, àwọn ẹ̀gẹ́ yẹn. Kódà èmi ò tẹ́ mọ̀, wọ́n ní tó bá tún wá fi iyọ̀ sí, wọ́n náà máa jẹ̀bẹ̀ yẹn pa ni. Wọ́n ní tó bá da iyọ̀, àwọn olórí burúkú tá ń sọ yìí. These are animals. Kódà wọ́n ní ẹni tó bá pa, mo ṣe tún gbọ́n yẹn lénìí ni, àti wọ́ ga o. Wọ́n ní òkú tó bá pa, ẹ máa gbọ́ mi o, wọ́n ní òkú tó bá pa, àwọn Fúlàní tẹ̀ ń rí tán dẹran yẹn, wọ́n ní tó bá da iyọ̀ sórí ẹ̀ báyìí, àwọn màálù yẹn máa jẹ́ tegun-tegun ni. Wallahi tallahi, bó ṣe sọ nìyẹn. We are in a big mess. We don't even know. Òkú tó pa, wọ́n pa in a painful manner. Wọ́n ní tó bá da iyọ̀ sí lára báyìí, wọ́n náà máa jẹ́ degun-degun ni. And that's what they do with all the farmers. Wọ́n máa da iyọ̀ síwájú boundary etí farm yẹn, wọ́n náà máa jẹ́ gbẹ́ni. Now, báwo ni yóò tẹ̀ ṣe pé àwọn tó máa ń yáwó níbí báyìí? Oh, no, lápò, wọ́n tún pè lórúkọ kan. Owó láńtà. Mọ́múlé láńtà. Ṣé rí ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá tí ẹ láǹfààní àti máa gbọ́ mi tó wá ń sọ pé Nàìjíríà yẹn ni ká ṣe dúró dè. Nígbà táwọn èèyàn lọ yá owó lámúlé láńpà, gbọ́múlé láńtà. Wọ́n ní gbọ́múlé láńtà. Kéèyàn wá yá 5 million naira. Owó lápò, ó wá fi dáko. Fúlàní kọ̀ọ̀kan débẹ̀, ó dẹ̀ jẹ gbogbo okun yẹn tán. Wọ́n dẹ̀ lọ report ní police station. Ọlọ́pàá ní kò sí nǹkan tóun lè ṣe. We are in a big mess. Yes, ẹ ṣe gan. Gbọ́múlé láńtà. Okay. Bó ṣe sọ gangan náà nìyẹn. And some of us are thinking this is a joke. Ẹ̀yin wo ìṣẹ̀lẹ̀ tó ń lọ ní Palestine and Israel. Èyí tó ju bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ, ó ti wà nílé ọ̀dọ̀ tiwa. Ìtorí pé ẹ̀ tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ilé tó ń wó wálẹ̀ wó. Ẹ̀ tí bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí rí firepower. Go, gbas, goes. We are already at war. War where our farmers wọ́n kọ ebè. Tí mo rí ebè tó sùn lọ, chief ní tó bá da màlúù ọbẹ̀ yẹn nísìn, á dẹ̀ jẹ gbogbo ẹ̀ látòkè délẹ̀. Kò dẹ̀ sẹ́ni kankan tó máa. Tọ́dà, we played the video to you so many times. I have played the video. The last broadcast I did, I played the video where somebody, after that, wọ́n tún send me sí mi, ìyẹn lọ bẹ́ẹ̀, ẹ̀rẹ́ kàtẹ́ fi tàwọn Fúlàní, ẹlòmíà ní Koiki, those are just, cattle herders okay ẹ jà fáwọn yẹn sílẹ̀ kí tí wàá ló kan custom pẹ̀lú rẹ̀ sì tí wọ́n lọ ń gbà lọ́wọ́ àwọn èèyàn. What has custom got to do with rice that is already inside a shop? Kò ń ṣe ní warehouse lọ́tí ló ń kó àwọn rice yẹn o, and 5 people were killed in Ìsẹ́yìn. Ọba Ìsẹ́yìn wá ń threaten àwọn aráàlú pé kí ló dé tẹ́ ṣe lọ pariwo síta lórí social media ẹ̀ tí wọ́n náà fẹ́ ṣe rally àníjẹ́ ṣe rally o. Coordinator Ìsẹ́yìn wọ́n wá ń threaten ẹ̀ ẹ̀yin ọmọ Ìsẹ́yìn ẹ̀dẹ̀ jókòó ẹ̀yin tó yẹ kẹ́ máa wọ flight wá sílé kẹ́ lọ máa campaign níwájú ilé kábíyèsí yẹn but ẹ̀ tún dúró de Chief Sunday Igboho nìkan ẹ rò pé òun nìkan ló máa ṣiṣẹ́ yìí. We are in a big mess. But bàbá wa ní ká máa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo yín. We are in a big mess. Mess gidi. Ṣé shit o tẹ̀lé mi pé ó ju shit o lọ ní tó wà nílẹ̀ Káàárọ̀ Oòjíire. And I don't see that trouble going away anytime soon. I would have loved to give the location, but you know, for whatever reason, I can't. We drove for more than 2 hours. Yoruba land is gone. Kí ni mo sọ? Yoruba land is gone. So, if you sit down watching me, give yourself privilege pé ìwọ tẹ̀ láǹfààní àti forget about àwọn tó máa ní ara data 100 naira. Ìwọ tẹ̀ sí láǹfààní àti gbọ́ mi and àwọn ìyá kan tẹ̀ láǹfààní rárá. Yoruba land is gone. It's gone, completely gone in the hands of the jihadis and the Fulani, in the immigration, in the port authority, in the airport, in the police, in the army, in the navy, name it. In the bankers, I look at our elite. Those that have a bit of money, they live in Lekki, they wake up in the morning. You see them tomorrow. They'll put on the suit. My dear, Bami, the suit to you now. Juice. My dear, Jeoni, no. Ebi o pa mi because only change díẹ̀ lọ́wọ́. Ẹ̀rẹ̀ tó bá lówó lọ́wọ́, ebi ò ní máa pa ẹ́. Àní mi gan fúnra ara mi mo feel ebi pa mi lọ́sàn-án. I felt pé ebi pa mi. So tẹ́bi bá lè pa èmi tí mo dàgbà báyìí. Now think about children in the hands of mothers and there's nothing in their hands. Wọ́n ní owó. And some of us are more concerned about petty things. You are more concerned about petty things. I wish I could have done the live video there, but like I said, it was just impossible for me to have done it because we don't want to give the location. Yoruba land is gone. If anybody is telling you otherwise, they are deceiving you. If a tree by a go along with the grace of God, vehicle move, but we were more at alert in case some kind of Fulani come onto the road. Now I realize when they say 18-seater passenger was stopped and they moved them into the forest because there is no security during that duration. Some of you are thinking that this is the job of Koiki Media. You want to call any strategy, any advice. Give yourself that advice. Work together and give yourself that advice. Baba wa Koiki, bẹ́ṣe sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, ìtọ́sọ yẹn, àníkàwá náà mú. It's good. But work that on your platforms. Work that with your network. Because ẹ̀yin ti láǹfààní àti gbọ́ mi. Àwọn tí mò ń sọ yìí, wọ́n láǹfààní àti gbọ́ kankan. And these are the people that we want to rescue from the hands of these Fulani Hausa government. I have seen life for 2 decades. So regardless of whatever anybody is saying, I have seen live. So she listen me, she might say I'm very live, but I am talking about people where we drove for 2 hours going, then coming again 2 hours. And I knew that 2 hours is not because there's traffic. It's because the road is bad. It's that. The road is extremely bad. We won't go long on tonight's show. It's just an appreciation to every single sons and daughters of Yoruba land. I understand. Some of us are bitter. Some of us care less. But I know behind the camera, watching, some of you have the means to lobby now with the rest of the world and do the right thing. Some of you have other means. But some of you wants to know, why is it this man? This is where your problem. Man, I'm the problem. I am not the problem. I have not done any problem. The problem is already in the Yoruba land. The problem has been here for a very long time. But some of us spark. Some of you ignite with us. Some wants to kill that spark. Chief, ẹ má sọ̀rọ̀ mọ́. Ọ̀rọ̀ tẹ́ ń sọ yẹn ti pọ̀ jù. Ẹ má sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn mọ́. That woman in the farm, that Fulani have just finished up the whole. So, but the problem is because we talk about more of the Fulani, but you don't understand, just like I said, that man in the suit working in First Bank is just a slave as the man inside the farm. Ṣẹ̀dá àwọn tí wọ́n wọ suit tó dàgbàdà sọ́rùn tó ń ṣe pé àwọn ni socialite wọ́n lè dárìn. But they are not going to tell you that. Any socialite tó fẹ́ move látẹ̀kọ̀ wọ́n máa lọ ń gbà tó ń pè ní escort. Full security escort with firepower. Just because one lọ ṣe òde ní Èkìtì látẹ̀kọ̀. So what is the point then as a socialite? A socialite that travels with full, I'm talking about full convoy security personnel, shoot at sight if anything come across them. We all see it all the time. I don't want to mention names. There's a particular one. To ban drive by. Koda, I want security. Te bari one security te fe dàbí ti presidential one. You know the person I'm talking about. To ban jáde tó ń lọ. Te bari àwọn security tó ń kó dání. Ẹ̀yin ga ma wò pé ṣé president lele ni. He's paying for each of those security. But àwọn tó ráyè pay for security, òun ni Fúlàní máa dá dúró. Chief sọ pé àwọn rìnrìn àjò kan, not recently. When our Fulani ti operate tipẹ́, but our conscious mind was, how do we fix economy of Nigeria as Yoruba people? Àwa ti kàwé. Àwa ti kàwé. Àwa wá fẹ́ fix economy, but àwọn Fulani already láti fix economy. That's what Professor Banji Akintoye have said so many times. They thought they were fighting to save Nigeria, but the Fulani Hausa were not interested to save Nigeria. Because if they were interested to save Nigeria, all the knowledge that the Yoruba people have will have developed this country, and those from the southeast as well, and the remaining minority that I'm sure, we don't want to say is just the Yorubas. Kama ba sọ pé àwa nìkan la lè gbé Nigeria, that no, that would be wrong to say. everybody would have done the best thing. But when the chief of defense staff was never given to the Igbo, not to talk of the Yorubas, not to talk of the other minority, and now you see all the Fulanis with AK-47. Wọ́n wá gba gbogbo àwọn tó ní AK-47 nílẹ̀ Yorùbá some few years back, some 5 years ago, wọ́n gba gbogbo weapon tó wà lọ́wọ́ ọmọ Yorùbá because they have an agenda. Ọmọ Yorùbá tó bá mú pẹ̀lú AK-47. I'm sure some of you have had your uncles, your brothers, your family friend, àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ yín tó ti sọ lójú yín pé èmi náà ní nǹkan tí mo fi ń protect ara mi àtàwọn family mi. I'm not talking about hoodlums here now. I'm talking about people that bought them for their own personal use. But the government went after every single one of them. It doesn't matter wherever you are around Nigeria. I see one tracker to let track àwọn tó gbé AK-47 dání, but they refuse to find all the Fulanis in our forest. Wọ́n wá gba gbogbo ìbọn, wọ́n gbà lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọmọ Igbo, wọ́n gbà lọ́wọ́ àwọn ọmọ Yorùbá, wọ́n gbà lọ́wọ́ other minority. Now they are now giving firepower to the Fulani terrorists to kill and maim after they've destroyed the land. Do you know what that means? They've destroyed the land completely. I don't even understand. Some of you know the damage and atrocity that has been committed right in the Yoruba land. And one don't show for you on the TV. You're left engaged. Tony, Lagos money business to that, Ogun State money. You're left engaged. You are gauging it with that. Where the whole community is in darkness. You are gauging that? Engage it. You are literally gauging it. And it's Sunday Igboho ní ká máa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo yín pátápátá. Wọ́n ní kí n dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ nǹkan sí lọ́wọ́ gbogbo yín láti gbogbo àwọn ọba wa kábíyèsí ká dúpẹ́ lórí. Wọ́n ní kí wọ́n dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa Chief Ayo Adébánjọ. Wọ́n ní kí n dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ bàbá wa Professor Banji Akintoye. Wọ́n ní kí n mú ọpẹ́ yẹn lọ sọ́dọ̀ bàbá wa Ìbà Gani Adams, Ààrẹ Ọ̀nà Kakanfò. Wọ́n ní mú ọpẹ́ yẹn lọ sọ́dọ̀ Chief Imam of Yoruba land. Wọ́n ní kí n mú ọpẹ́ yẹn lọ sí ọ̀dọ̀ bàbá wa Adébóyè. Wọ́n ní kí wọ́n mú ọpẹ́ yẹn lọ sí gbogbo èèyàn ọmọ Káàárọ̀ Oòjíire níbikíbi tẹ́ bá wà. Mùsùlùmí ni ẹni, babaláwo ni ẹni, oníṣègùn ni ẹni, àfáà ni ẹni, ọmọ kéwú ni ẹni. Wọ́n ní kí n dúpẹ́ nítorí pé ọpẹ́ tá à ń dún yẹn òun ni pé ẹ tì wọ́n lẹ́yìn. Ẹlòmíà ní bí bàbá ti Sunday ó ní agbára kan tó lẹ́yìn tó wà sí pana. Yoruba land is gone. Completely gone. I'll bring the broadcast to an end at exactly 1 a.m. So I have 20 more minutes. A lot of you want to know what happened at Osun State. It was a successful rally. And we give thanks to Almighty God. We give thanks that out of the doubters, those that think that, well, it's never going to happen. We give kudos to the organizers of Osun State Rally. We give kudos to them. For a very brilliant, well-organized. Chief Sunday ní kí n dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gbogbo àwọn ọlọ́pàá tó kó jáde. Wọ́n ní bọ́bá fi ṣáà kí n fi Yorùbá yẹn sílẹ̀ tí bá sọ nísìnyí máa tàbọn ẹni. Gbogbo àwọn ọlọ́pàá tó jáde èèyàn bí tiwa ni wọ́n. Wọ́n lọ́mọ wọn níyàwó. Àwọn náà wà okay. And that's why he said, some of you were upset. Koiki, èwo tún ni chief ń sọ yìí, ká má bọ́ ọlọ́pàá jà. No. Ọlọ́pàá kọ́ ni problem wà. Ọlọ́pàá is facing the same problem like myself and you. They are facing the same problem. They are facing the same problem like myself and you. Nothing has changed. And that's why I said, do not attempt to attack them. They will not attack us. But lẹ́ẹ̀kọ̀ọ̀kan, àárí tí orí ẹ̀ sán bí DSS tí a mú yẹn, they don't know. Some of you have said, ṣé iná wa fi mọ́tò yín sílẹ̀ ni ká fi wá mú nọ́mbà. Don't talk like that. Nígbà tá náà mú yàn, tá a bá mú, báwo ṣe èèyàn sí lára mọ́tò ni wọ́n ṣe wá mú. The DSS that was picked at Osun rally shows that we move with a lot of intelligence ahead in advance. And I can tell you, right here as well. Okay, this one is gone. In the next couple of days, we're also going to be showing you the view of the drone that was used in Osun State. We'll be giving you all the images and the videos. The report is already with me now. Some of you say we should have used the drone to do the live streaming. That means some of you will have to also buy the Phantom. I'm told it's Phantom 4. Whatever the cost is, go and look for it and buy it so that we can use all these gadgets to make sure that everywhere we go, we can protect, not me, but protect the interest of the Yoruba people. The little drone that we have, get the little job it can do. It cannot go live with that. Don't ask me how. Go and find out. That's why you're all watching the broadcast. Hello, Google, I can find out. We are doing our best on the ground here. And kudos to everybody that made it to the rally. And those of you watching it from behind the camera. Every journey in Yoruba land is dangerous. Forget it. Some of you saw the road network on our way out and on our way back. You saw just little of what the road network looks like. Let's tell the DSS that person will still have more information that we will not release yet. I have not seen them release any statement to debunk that person. But I can tell them that we have more information that they don't even have. And I won't go into more details. We would also be sending the report that came back from our own device. It will be traveling somewhere around the world. And whatever the outcome, we would also release that if we have to. The Yorubas are not joking. We will use every materials to fight for self-determination. So tell those Nigerian media we are fighting for self-determination as Yoruba people. We will wake up minds. We will wake up souls. We will talk to people. But I can assure every single Yoruba sons and daughters that we will not compromise. I don't know about you, but I can confirm that we will not compromise, because that is the prayer of some of you. Again, everybody has a price tag. You must be stupid to say so. We are laying a new road network, a new foundation. We are rewriting the history, and let us allow history to judge us. That is the prayer of millions of people. I see them, I feel them, I read them, that they will fail. But any Kenny èèyàn ni, àǹjọ̀nú ni, ẹranko ni tí Ọlọ́run dá tó ní ànígbà ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire. Let Oòduà judge them. Obìnrin ni, ọkùnrin ni, ọmọdé ni, àgbà ni, arúgbó ni, olóyún ni, ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà ló wà ní, òkè òkun ló wà ní, tó ní ànígbà ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ òjíire kí Oòduà fúnra rẹ̀ kó judge wọn. Ẹ rò pé à ń ṣe fúnra wa ni? You think I'm doing this so that I can be famous? Maybe that's what some people think. Yeah. You can live amonani, live famous. Ẹni tó rọ̀ lárí, òun ló ń ṣe gẹ́gẹ́gẹ́gẹ́. Ẹni tó bá bí sínú ọlá. 12:48, 12 minutes to go before the end of tonight's broadcast. It's an appreciation. We've handed over the DSS back to their officers. I won't go into too much details, but they disrespected our royal father by coming down to his palace and wanted to disrupt an ongoing peaceful rally that was taking place in Osogbo yesterday, the 15th of May 2021. There were more than one. The next rally will continue as planned. Lagos rally will hold when those that are planning it have decided what date it's going to come up. There will be pickpocket of awareness. It doesn't matter. Awareness must continue Monday to Sunday. Awareness will continue. Whether it's small, whether it's 2, whether it's 3. They don't know the kind of Yorubas they're dealing with this time around. They know that Yoruba love money, so they will compromise. But I can assure you that is not going to come from us if that is what you are wishing. I told you last year, there's a million things sitting here. We take them out bit by bit until we get to the crossover. We will pray hard, but we will put more action to the prayers, not the other way around. We will speak to the stakeholders around the globe. We will present our case to them, but we will defend the land at the bottom. You don't know what your people are going through at the bottom.